countering to the back, and just something which we can kind of look at as a universal principle is when I'm, let's say, take a 50-50, just a general example. If I want to counter a leg lock, back up a bit. If I want to counter this leg lock to go to his back, what I need to do is right now these legs, my outside leg here is in a bad position. Okay, I can't really go to the back from here. What I need to do is I need to get my legs in a position where I can grab his trap, and at the same time, this leg is in front of this leg, and his leg is on my hip. Okay, from here, I can use a scissor motion to go to his back. Okay, so we're going to look at the 50-50, the inside Ashi and the outside Ashi, and it's all going to be how do I get it so that his legs are here on my hip, across my chest, this leg is below this leg. So the inside leg always wants to be behind the outside leg, okay? And like I said, I always want to be able to reach his trap. So when I'm in this position, from here I can take the back. So everything is a matter of how do I get to this position, okay? So I'll go over here. So first, the easy one, 50-50. And we're always going to be starting with the idea that he snagged his yeah, go ahead, put two heads, okay? Because I want to be able to practice on freeing my foot as well, okay? So I mentioned this earlier. If I'm in this, the good thing about 50-50 is I have my foot in a position where I can actually attack. So my go-to escape when he's got a good grip on my foot, I just kick that free, okay? And the immediate next reaction is I want my toes pointing away from my opponent as well as my knees. So from here, I shift and I go here. Okay? Now, if he tries to grab my knee, now he's got a problem. Okay? I'm not saying I can stay all day here, but I'm a bit safer now. So, and from here, here's where I start my back take, counter. So first thing, I go deep in with my hand onto his lat, and I'm going to move this leg in and away. I want to straighten this leg as much as possible. And I use this to come up, okay? This is the first position I want to get in. I do not want to be here. If I'm here, he can invert. Yeah, exactly. And now I'm in the worst position that I was. If I'm keeping things away, now trying to invert. Okay. Yeah, it's not impossible, but it's a lot harder. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I've made his work to invert and get to my other leg a lot harder. Okay? And from here, go ahead, close your feet. Yeah, yeah. Okay? And from here, with this hand now, I go into the pocket and snag this knee. So, and I can use this to consistently push him this way so that he can't expose my heel. Because his wish, exactly, is to move me this way and expose my heel. I want to keep him from doing that. So if I'm putting constant pressure this way, if he tries to expose my heel, yeah, I can stop it. Okay? If we go a bit away from the desk, or from the bench, don't take me down here. Okay? So, and from here, I walk back, and I start to stack, and I get my knee on his chest, and I want everything to be nice and tight. From here, and now I'm in that position I want to be in. Okay? Now, his legs are across my chest. Okay, now his legs are across my chest. This leg is in front of this leg. I can just scissor. And now I've got the back. So we go from being in probably the worst position I can get into to being in the best position I can get into. And generally speaking, whenever I'm saying leg lock counters, that's what I mean. It's not just getting out and being safe, it's counter-attacking. It's changing the position so that I'm in a better position than my opponent. Because a lot of people, when they leg lock escape, just kind of hold. What they'll do is they'll like, I'm safe, but now I have to start completely over if I want to attack. Okay, what I want us to work on is not so much escaping, but staying in this pocket and using this as an opportunity to attack our opponent. Okay? Clear what I want? Anyone want to see that again?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, no, literally right here. I'm going to take it at an angle.
I did it yesterday.
Yeah. We were alone yesterday, so. Okay. So, like I said, first thing is when I'm here, I automatically just kick the foot, hide the heel. Into the lat, and again, really deep, okay? It'll be kind of like this. Really deep. And get some distance between your legs. Now from here, going into the pocket, taking the knee. I'm resting on him. And I've got the back. Okay? It looks a lot more complicated than it actually is. So the main thing is just keep in mind you're always looking for this end position. You're not trying to find a different way to the back every single time. It's you are the end where I'm scissoring my legs and pulling them on. That is my goal every time, and it's just different paths to get to that. Okay? Excuse me. So then let's drill this a bit. Since we're an odd number, everyone does this with me. Okay? Cool. So, partner up. So, that one's looking good. So now we're gonna go. Always want to do my good side. So now we do with inside Ashi. So when my opponent's reaping me in this situation. Okay. So first of all, in terms of freeing my foot, I have the same option as before. I can heel slip and at the same time use my foot to reinforce it. Okay. So now I need to get into that same sort of position I wanted before. So now you can see this leg is below this leg and I need to switch that. So my first thing is I shift his leg a bit away from me, and I'm using, this has two advantages. One, if he tries to push me this way to expose my heel, okay, I can keep my heel hidden. The second is, you can see, I can see my knee now. The minute I can see my knee, the heel hook is gone. Okay? He needs my knee inside of this. No, just close your legs. Just put, yeah. He needs my knee inside of this leg entanglement for the heel hook to work. The minute my knee is out, he can heel hook as much as he wants. Not to say it's not unpleasant, but the knee danger is no longer there. The idea that he's going to rip my knee apart is gone. Okay? So, from here, this leg, I'm going to go a bit belly down and sprawl with this leg. Okay? From here, I can go back into my back kick. So, showing it one more time. So, again, advantage always, when the foot is there to use to free your leg, use it. That is the easiest way to free the leg. Obviously, heel slipping is good, but sometimes people just have really strong grips and the foot is always a big help. So, and as before, knee, toes point away from my opponent so that he can't immediately grab the heel again, and bracing that knee so that he can't turn me over. Yeah, exactly. And even if he does, now I can free my knee. Okay? So I'm here, this leg, leave it behind him. Now I can let the knee go under his feet, and basically I want to shift everything over here, grab the trap, and I pull it in. Okay, let's show that one more time, just without explanation, just so I can show the whole process. Okay, so we're here. Okay, anyone need to see that again? Questions?
Does it work if the opponent is much heavier? Because you're trying to kind of put his weight on, you know?
I have done this with people who are heavier than me. There's a cutoff. Yeah. If someone's like over 100 kilos, it starts getting difficult. Yeah. But that's honestly also where I wanted to focus on back take counters today. But like if he was really, really heavy, let's pretend Jan is a lot heavier than he is. Okay. So if he were really heavy, I could actually still inside Ashi. Okay, so if you were really heavy, I could still do all of the initial motions, and I was actually talking about this with something from the other one as well, and once I got here, instead of going for a back take, what I would do instead is come up and go for a pass.
Okay, another question
Yeah.
is while you're switching, there is a moment where when your leg is exposed, so right before you reach under
Mm-hmm.
the opponent's legs,
Yeah.
your leg is more or less unattended.
So, kick out. So, you mean here?
Yes, like at this moment.
Yeah, the thing is he doesn't really have any good attacks here. He can't heel hook me because my heel's in the wrong direction. He can't really toe hold me because again, yeah. Yeah, exactly. The knee bar is not an option because my knee is actually outside between his legs. So, I mean, he's got a hold of my leg, but it doesn't really have any good attacks from here. And he definitely doesn't have any good attacks that I couldn't counter fairly easily.
At the moment, the knee is out.
Yeah, the minute the knee is out, like, it's really hard to attack the leg if the knee is out. He needs, for a leg attack, he needs my knee in. And preferably the deeper my knee is in, the better. The minute my knee gets here, I'm pretty safe. So he might be able to do a couple of things, grab some stuff. It'll be unpleasant, but it's not a danger. I'm not in risk of breaking anything unless he's like on the most steroids I've ever seen in my life, and he's literally able to crush the bones of my feet by just grabbing it and going like this. So I have not had an opponent like that, and if I ever do, I'm going to run. But beyond that, once I'm here, it's really hard for him to attack my feet.
Is there maybe a way if you in this moment that I stand up earlier than you? Okay. But there's not.
Now you just give me guard.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, and that's the advantage. His best option actually is to do what he was saying, is to start standing up and to trying to counterattack him for getting the legs. But then, like I just said, I can just turn around and he's giving me guard. And the good thing is I don't give up any points like that. So that doesn't count as a sweep or anything for him. Okay? So, let's practice this. Okay, so we've had inside Ashi 50-50, now we're going to, outside Ashi. Reason why it's called outside Ashi is because my foot is now on the outside, so. And the first thing we'll notice is that I can't use my foot now really to pry his legs off as before, okay? So we're going to do something that's going to sound risky, but it's actually not. I'm going to take his knees, pull them to me, and this is actually taking pressure off of my knee. I'm going to roll over, and now I can use the foot to defend the knee. Okay? Yeah. So, and here, I grab the trap, roll over the shoulder, and I've got it back. Okay. We'll do that again over here because we rolled off the camera. GoPro is on my shopping list for next month when I get my 13th month payment. So one thing In this, it's really critical to grab the knee and to pull him this way, okay? Because if his knees are going outside and I go this way, I'm going to injure myself, okay? So it's very important. Grab the knees, make sure the knees start coming into me and that he's rolling with me. And I want to get here. This is already taken, I'm not completely out of danger, but this has taken a lot of the pressure off my knee already, getting into this position. So this feels a lot less painful than where I was before, and my foot is immediately there where I need it to free my leg, okay? From here, go to where I'm basically 90 degrees to his back, and this hand goes on the bottom trap, okay? Not up here, down here. And from here, I look under this arm and do a forward roll over the shoulder, whereas at the same time I do that leg scissoring that we've been doing the whole time. So, and now I immediately get to the back. Okay, the first time you do this is going to feel dangerous. The main thing is make sure you do a nice hard pull on those knees, okay? There is also, some people, Gary Tonin actually teaches this, that if he's got a good grip, that you can come in with this foot on here. Yeah, I don't have a lot of luck with that. I just wanted to address it. According to Gary Tonin, that works well. I've not been able to get that to work personally, so I don't trust that myself. Feel free to give it a try in testing things out. We're going to do some leg lock sparring later, but we are not going to be cranking on each other's legs. So you feel free to test some things out. I have personally never had any luck with this. This has never worked for me. So I've always had much better luck, like I said, grabbing the legs. And you don't have to pull your knee in like this. I actually notice it's better if I keep my leg flat and just let him roll over my leg. Okay, that's actually easier for me to get this roll. So from here, again, we go here, 90 degrees. Roll forward. And now I've got the leg. Not the leg, the back. But, yeah.
Is this slightly opening for him to go belly down or not?
Tell me where you.
Okay.
Not saying no. I want to make sure I understand you correctly. So we go here.
In this moment, he could go belly down or not?
But I can still get the. I still get the foot free. And if he goes belly down now, I just say thank you. I know what you're thinking. Backside 50-50 is not a danger from that position because his legs are in the wrong configuration.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's. Let me.
The same one?
Yeah, same one. Yeah, let's just show the position you're in when I've done the roll. So, okay, so this is where I am. And the problem is for backside 50-50, he needs to be the other way around. So he's turned, and his body needs to be over here, and his legs need to be going inside. His legs are going outside now. So he can't get a backside 50-50 from this position.
Yeah.
The best he can do is continue rolling, in which case I can just continue rolling, and we just go in a spiral. Yeah. So.
And you can kick with your foot.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I like to do it like this instead of up here, because the minute the roll is done, my foot is immediately there where I need it to kick my foot free. And the minute I get my foot free, I don't care if he goes down, belly down anymore. It's actually better for me if he goes belly down. Yeah. Okay. Other questions? No? Okay, let's give this one a try, and then we'll do some sparring. We're going to do some specific focus leg lock counter sparring here. So we're just going to, just for the demo, we're going to start with 50-50. I just want to explain the rules. We're going to do one round for 50-50, one round for inside Ashi, one round for outside Ashi. No, that's not 50-50.
Yeah,
Sorry, yeah. Let's do it outside, doesn't matter, same thing. Okay, so our starting position is here, okay? I've got my outside Ashi or 50-50 or inside Ashi, depending on which one we're working on, and I've caught the heel, but I haven't closed the grip yet, okay? So this is where we're starting, okay? From here, my goal is to get a leg lock. His goal is to counter, okay? Not escape, okay? I don't want you guys just running away and, oh my God, I don't want to be here. And if we come here, this is reset, but this is not the goal we want. We want to be passing, counter leg locking, or taking the back, or going into mount or something else. But I want us to be getting into a better position than our opponent at the end. So, and very important, safety rules, okay? You do not finish any leg locks, okay? No one finishes anything. We practice 10-second control. So let's say we start, I get here, now I start counting to 10. And all I do is hold. No pressure, no torquing, I let my opponent work, okay? I just want to hold control for 10 seconds. If I can hold control for 10 seconds, then I say stop. And the action stops, I do not get any more resistance, and I just say, okay, I'm going to test my mechanics, and if I get a tap quick, that means I've won. Okay, if I'm here, no, don't do anything. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, let's say I count to 10 here. He's not tapping, that means I don't have the lock. And we start from here, and we keep going. Okay, but you never, ever finish the lock. Never. Okay? No one gets to hurt your opponent. If anyone does, I am going to be very angry and I'm going to rip all of your knees off. Okay? So, is it clear how we do the sparring? Because I really want to make sure that the safety rules are in place. Okay?
Can we have a quick recap? So we had 3 techniques. I
Yeah.
just really want to mess it up.
Yeah. So the way we're going to start is the way it goes is from the starting position. So this is the outside Ashi, and this is where you would do the roll over. Where if I'm here, this is where he would roll over, exactly, and come here. Okay? Or inside Ashi. Just keep it that way. Okay? This is inside Ashi, and this is where he kicks my foot off. Yeah. And he goes and puts his leg here, and we go into this direction. Or 50-50. Yeah. Actually, other side so that it's in the camera. Okay, or 50-50, and this is where he kicks my feet off, or his foot free, and yeah, do the technique. Yeah, and we come in here, okay? That was this technique, okay? So, obviously, play around and experiment. You don't have to just do those 3 things. If you can pass, if you can counter leg lock, that's all perfectly fine as well. Nothing wrong with that, but the main thing I want everyone doing is staying, as I think Ethan Krellison puts it, staying in the pocket. Okay, so we're not just trying to pull our leg out and to run away. We're trying to use the moment to counter our opponent and to get a better position. So we want to counter attack. We don't want to escape. Okay?
And
so
where do we start with which one?
Each round will be a different, I'll say. So we are going to start with a different position. We're doing 3 separate rounds of 2 minutes, and I will say which one we're starting.